Hey there TRW crew, Matt Vassallo here with the rhinestoneworld.com, and this is tutorial number 194 for the TRW Design Wizard version 3 Plus. So you do need the Plus upgrade for these features. So here I'm going to be covering in the Mockup Creator tab the Manual Boundary Tracer. Okay, so what this is there's always going to be different ones where you might still have to do a manual trace versus using the auto boundary tracer. So for example, on this image right here with the guy in the background, if I try to do the auto boundary trace and I click on create auto boundary, it's going to look at that image and it's still going to do a pretty darn good job. It's going to trace around and it's going to trace that guy. See how awesome that did? Pretty amazing how it did that, right? However, obviously we don't want to necessarily have the guy in his arms and his pants and everything in there if we just want to show the shirt. However, still something that's very powerful because we could come over here and cut out image mockup, and now we have this guy right here and you can see the trace of it, okay? So still something that you could easily use for an image like this, but we just want the shirt. So had it been a shirt like this without someone actually wearing it, we could just create auto boundary trace. It would create a perfect trace around it like that. We could highlight the design, cut out image mockup, and boom, there it is, ready to go. Okay, again, still not what we're trying to do. We want this shirt right here because maybe we can't use this one because it's at the angle like that. So there is still times where we are going to actually have to trace it ourselves. I know, actually do something, but that's okay. So we have it here and you can see we have all the most used tools right in here. We have the B-spline, we have the Bezier, we have the pen tool, and we have the 3-point curve tool. 98% of the time I use the B-spline tool. So what I would do with the B-spline tool, and I'm just going to do it quick, doesn't need to be perfect here. I'm going to trace around and I'm going to hit V to form an anchor point there and just trace around here around the edge and come up around the top of his shirt here, come down along the edge here, and let's go around the corner here, down around the sleeve. And if I were doing this for a customer, I would spend a little bit more time on it, but you can see how long this actually does take. So I'm doing this extra fast right now for the video, and it's normally going to take twice, 3 times, 4 times as long as this, if you're pretty good with the tool too. So tracing around the edge here, let's come up on this side of the shirt right here. That looks good. Around the edge here, and got his last sleeve right here, and this is a pretty easy trace, so obviously not taking quite as long, which is nice. And then let's just connect it. So there's my trace. Now what I want to do is, I can see in some areas I went a little bit outside because I wasn't perfect, so I want to create I want it to contour a little bit to the inside, but obviously I don't want to retrace it all. So I'm just going to click on the actual contour right there. All right. And I'm going to create a 0.02 contour. So I'm just going to hit create contour, and it brought all of that line in 0.02. Saved me a lot of time right there. See how it brought it just inside his collar right there? So now I know everything's traced nicely. Now I highlight the entire guy. I hit cut out image mockup, and boom, there's my shirt. How easy is that? So even when you have to do manual work and a manual boundary trace for it, the TRW Design Wizard 3 Plus still simplifies that entire process for you. For something that might normally take 10-15 minutes is now taking 1 to 5 minutes max. And that's if you're manually tracing it. Where with the auto boundary tracer, it could take seconds, and you click a button and it's changing colors for you. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions on the manual boundary tracer, please give us a call. Number's 941-755-1696. This is Matt with the rhinestoneworld.com, and you guys all have a great day.